And we begin with that breaking news from Capitol Hill tonight. The Senate's plan to repeal and replace Obamacare facing an uphill climb. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell aiming for a vote by the end of the week. The president sounding optimistic, but there is resistance from a growing number of senators from their own party. Resistance, too, at town halls and protests around the country. Just today, this die-in in Bloomington, Indiana. And tonight, the Congressional Budget Office predicting that the plan would leave millions more Americans uninsured while raising premiums for some of the most vulnerable. ABC's Mary Bruce starts us off tonight on Capitol Hill.
Have you made a decision?
No comment right now.
Pressure mounting tonight. Republicans are scrambling to negotiate.
Do you think you're going to get to yes?
I'm trying to get to yes.
Keep in mind what the real choice is. It's the Republican bill that has a lot of good things that should satisfy a lot of Republicans, or Obamacare.
This is the art of the possible, the art of getting 50 votes.
Tonight, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office reveals the Senate health care bill would leave 22 million more Americans uninsured over the next decade. 15 million more uninsured next year alone. While some young people could see their premiums go down, according to the CBO, a 64-year-old making roughly $57,000 a year could see their annual premium rise by nearly $14,000.
Obviously, it's not good news.
Other Republicans will likely point to the potential savings. The deficit would plunge $321 billion by 2026. Republicans can afford to lose just 2 votes, but already 5 say they cannot support their own party's bill. 5 more have voiced serious concerns. One of the biggest sticking points, the bill's plan to slash spending on Medicaid by $800 billion.
I'm also very concerned about the Medicaid cuts and what it means to our most vulnerable citizens.
Today, Republican Senator Ron Johnson warns those hardest hit will be those working-class Americans President Trump calls forgotten.
Unfortunately, the forgotten men and women remain ignored in both the House and Senate bill, and that's where I'm trying to press.
Candidate Trump promised not to touch Medicaid.
Save Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security without cuts. Have to do it.
He recently called the House version of the bill mean and says the Senate bill needs to have more heart.
I don't think they're that far off, famous last words, right? But I think we're going to get there.
Mary Bruce joins us now from Capitol Hill. So, Mary, President Trump just said it. He thinks they're going to. And he's been working the phones as well. But where do things stand right now?
Tom, the president has been reaching out, the vice president, too. Republicans insist they want to get this done this week. But tonight, it's unclear how they plan to get the votes. And if they don't, today the president tweeted that perhaps they just let Obamacare crash and burn. Tom.